Hello and welcome back. What an eventful time it has been as the Duke of Sussex is back in the UK. So today Prince Harry was at the service of Thanksgiving at London St. Paul's Cathedral on May the 8th. The event marked a decade since the inaugural Invictus Games in London in 2014, founded as a sporting event for injured and sick military personnel and veterans. So what a beautifully sunlit day it was at the Invictus Thanksgiving service. The sun was shining and the tremendous support from the crowds that were waiting outside. Thank you for those of you who also shared your behind the scenes of just seeing the crowds waiting, and the love that was on display was just so tangible. It was amazing. And as the guests started streaming in, we got to see those who had come out to show their full support, and some noteworthy standouts were David Sherborne, who, as we know, is Prince Harry's lawyer, who has been very, very instrumental in Harry's fight against the tabloids. It was fantastic to see him there to show support. And then very noteworthy was the love that we saw from Harry's family on his maternal side, as we saw the Spencers out in force to show their support for this momentous occasion in Prince Harry's life. We saw Prince Harry's uncle, Earl Spencer, and aunt, Lady Jane Fellows, who were also in attendance. We saw them arriving at St. Paul's Cathedral for the Invictus 10th anniversary service. And they were also joined by Prince Harry's cousin, Louis Spencer, who is the son of Charles Spencer, who also showed up there with his +1. It was fantastic to see that Harry was truly surrounded by so much love from not only the military community and those who just showed up, and of course the crowds outside, but he was surrounded by family and he was not alone. Isn't that just so moving to know that he was truly supported and he could see, sense, and have that tangible support for him on this very momentous occasion in his life? And I'm sure that this is a moment, as he is able to reflect on later, he will be able to truly take it in and savor how meaningful it has been to see this tremendous show of support. Absolutely incredible. So it is just fantastic to see that Harry is not isolated, in quotes, as some of the press have tried to say. There were so many supporters out there. Some of you also were there chanting about good King Harry, and it was just amazing to see such love. And of course, it is undeniable, this moment in time, with all that they've been able to accomplish with the Invictus Games, the transformed lives, the community, the connections that have been made for this past decade, is so impactful. What a marvelous thing this has been. So also having Prince Harry arriving there, the moment when Harry arrived, cheers just rang out. Those of you who showed up, it was just so fantastic to see him turning around and waving and feeling your love. Thank you for those of you who were there on the ground. And of course, it was just fantastic. Harry was looking sharp as ever in a dark suit with a white crisp shirt and a tie. He did not disappoint. He cleans up very nicely. Of course, he has been truly upgraded, and it was just amazing to see him poised and, confident and exuding such happiness on such an amazing day. He was not alone. So much love with him, uplifting him as he was going up those stairs. And, throughout the whole service, it was just amazing. And Harry provided a reading at the event. And of course, as always, Prince Harry was eloquent. And we had Prince Harry reading from 1 Corinthians 12, verse 4 to 11 in the scriptures at St. Paul's Cathedral. There's a small segment here that was posted, so let's take a listen.
Now there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are varieties of services, but the same Lord. And there are varieties of activities, but it is the same God who activates all of them in everyone. To each is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good. Of healing by the one Spirit. To another, the working of miracles. To another, prophecy. To another, the discernment of spirits. to another, various kinds of tongues, to another, the interpretation of tongues. All these are activated by one and the same Spirit, who allots to each one individually, just as the Spirit chooses.
So yes, it was so good to see them in that Thanksgiving service to God, thanking Him for all that they've been able to accomplish, celebrating this 10 years of good work that the Invictus Games has been consistently doing. So as we know, it has been quite eventful. Yesterday, as Harry landed in London, he made a beeline for the first Invictus Game event as he arrived at the Honourable Artillery Company's headquarters on the edge of the City of London for a one-day summit called the Invictus Games Foundation Conversation ahead of course, Wednesday's bigger event. So quickly, let's give an update on that. So the Duke of Sussex looked high in spirits as he attended the Invictus Games Foundation panel in his first engagement of the UK trip. Harry was very smart in a grey suit and a crisp white shirt paired with a dapper black pair of shoes. Harry is just looking clean cut. We love this for the Duke of Sussex. And Harry, the patron of Invictus Games Foundation, spoke with pikemen and musketeers during a conversation titled Realizing a Global Community. The Invictus Games Foundation also shared many posts from the day's events through their social media. The first clip here, a picture of Harry having a moment with Sir Keith Mills and Ken Fisher at the Invictus Games Foundation. And this was a quote from their social media quote. When we started, we had no money, no people. It wasn't even called the Invictus Games yet. We just had a very good idea, end quote. This was what was spoken by Sir Keith Mills at the panel as they were talking about the inception of the Invictus Games. And Harry also opened up about the fact that he stole, in quotes, the idea from the Warrior Games in the US. And he said he made it even bigger and better, which was quite rare, he said, to a couple of chuckles and laughs from the audience who nodded in agreement. So the foundation also wrote in their caption, quote, "We are delighted to be joined by our founding patron, Prince Harry, at today's Invictus Games Foundation Conversation, Realizing a Global Community for Panel 1 to discuss 10 years of the Invictus movement," end quote. So during the panel, they highlighted the impact of the Invictus Games global community since its inception in 2014. And Harry's trip today as well continued with a service at St. Paul's Cathedral to mark the 10th anniversary of the sporting competition. Harry is a former captain in the British Army who served 2 tours in Afghanistan and launched the Adaptive Sports Tournament for service personnel and veterans in 2014. Reflecting on the past decade of the organization, the Duke of Sussex was asked if there was a, quote, magic moment from the event that made him smile. And Harry shared, quote, "It probably hasn't changed still. It has to be in the beginning, 2014, in the copper box. It was at the DJ deck, trying to choose some of the music and put the lights on and just get people on their feet," end quote. He also went on to say, quote, "But it was that final game of USA versus UK, and it was just end to end. I think it was wheelchair rugby and wheelchair basketball, and that to me was the highlight because you had 6,000 people who had filled the stadium and they were on their feet, every age from 95 to 5, and people were just literally blown away by what they were watching. We had no idea what was going to happen," end quote. And he added, quote, "I think we just had a huge amount of fun. I think that I personally have learned so much from the people I have met, the children, the family, the friends, the individuals themselves, and the amount of respect and admiration I have for all of them just continues to build just year after year," end quote. And indeed, this whole event has truly brought that spotlight once again to the Invictus Games competitors and some of the individuals who spoke about their time at the Invictus Games and how it gave them hope. That was something that was just so moving to see how the community around the Invictus Games has truly been impactful. On the panel as well, Dean Onwuchikwa spoke and said, quote, "The work of the Invictus Games Foundation has given me hope," end quote. And that served to highlight the fact that this has truly brought back the spotlight to the good work that the Invictus Games has done for the military community, and hearing about the connections that have been made, hearing about the rehabilitative work that has been so successful for sick, injured, service men and women, and also seeing their families and caregivers so uplifted. And Harry says that this is just about giving them that spotlight. So it has been such an amazing thing that has been pointed out. And Dr. Paul Pasquina also spoke on this panel and was highlighted by Invictus Games Foundation social media, saying, quote, "There is no single pill that cures all ailments for the service community, but what we do know is that sports and exercise is critical to the health and well-being of everybody," end quote. So that was how the Invictus Games is truly so all-encompassing. So it has been fantastic to see the Duke of Sussex out and about, truly doing this good work. And of course, having Harry showing his passion and steadfast commitment to the military community, in him just taking that huge flight from the US to the UK for this event to highlight once again the courageous and inspiring servicemen and women who will be and who have been taking part in the event is something that is just so undeniable. And of course, you know, Harry, he is just soaking this all in. He loves being amongst this community, especially. So this has been fantastic to have Harry there. And now the Duke and Duchess of Sussex prepare for the next part of the Invictus Games loading as they go to Nigeria on a special invite from the country's highest ranking military official, its Chief of Defense. So we are looking forward to that. Harry and Meghan traveling to Nigeria, where I'm sure they will be met with such a warm, African, authentic welcome. And I'm sure that they will be showered with so much love and affection that is just so unabashed. And I'm so looking forward to seeing how Harry and Meghan will show up for this event, and it will just be absolutely amazing. So share your thoughts on all of this news in the comment section below. So, as a by the way, I wanted to thank you all so much for the birthday love for Prince Archie, and I wanted to just highlight an event, a fundraising event that has been going on Twitter that was suggested by Mozzie, and in honor of Archie's birthday, the charity that Mozzie on Twitter, who also has a handle at Bandylay, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and the charity that she has suggested that people can give to, that Harry and Meghan have supported, is one that is based in South Africa, and it's called the Inkwenkwezi Early Childhood Development Center that is based in Nyanga, South Africa, which is a vital resource for local parents that enables them to go to work knowing their children are safe. And the Duke and Duchess of Sussex visited the center in 2019 and met with the founder, Sylvia, and her daughter, Theodora Lutuli, the center's principal. So Harry and Meghan have been supporting this charity, doing such a good work. And by the way, so far, many of you have been giving. So this is once again in honor of Prince Archie's birthday, an early childhood development center that provides support not only for young children, but for training young mothers. So kindly go over and give to this organization, support them in honor of Archie's birthday. Links will be in the pinned comment. Amazing. So share your thoughts on all of this news in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Joyce, thank you. You have been a faithful giver towards my work here for so many years. Thank you for the support and the blessing that you have been to me and to all of us here on this channel. I love you. Thank you. Thank you as well to Aminata Ja. Thank you so much. You are special and dear and giving. I truly appreciate you for the ways that you've been so consistent in your giving, and I truly appreciate you for the love that you've shown over the years. May God bless you and yours. And now a very special thank you to those of you who gave during the last live. A very special thank you to you. Olivia Johnson. Olivia, I want to say thank you for every way that you've shown support for my work here, for how you engage in your giving, your kindness, and your comments that are always so thoughtful and full of kindness. Thank you so much for choosing to accompany me here on this YouTube journey. May God bless you exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. A very special thank you as well to Rafaela Bertoni. I truly want to say that you are dear to me. You have been so positive, and thank you for every way that you go above and beyond to show your love and support. Thank you so much. I love you. God bless. And now a very special thank you to those of you who gave through Super Thanks. I want to thank Alma Andrews, who once again is just such a tremendous support towards my work here on YouTube. You are also a channel member. Thank you so much for putting a smile on my face. Know that you are loved and cherished. Thank you, Alma. And a very special thank you as well to you, Sandra Hill, 4465. You are also one of the channel supporters here through membership. Thank you so much for being dear and kind and giving time and time again. I truly appreciate you for your incredible generosity and your love. Thank you so much. I love you. And a very special thank you as well to you, Black Queen. Thank you for being a blessing to me and to this channel time and time again. I truly appreciate you and know that we are sending you our love and we're praying for you every day. We love you so much, Black Queen. Thank you. Once again, share all your thoughts on this news in the comment section below. If you liked this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. I'd love to see you here, and also follow on Twitter or X for more informal posts. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.